Hey, how you doing, Abilene?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I was gonna push out some legislation this morning to reverse all this dumb shit that just got added
Okay.
with the penal code. There's two ways to go about it. So let me chop something up, and I want you to poke holes in this logic.
Okay.
As a consequence of the DOJ deciding they can carte blanche alter the penal code at will. This is despite there being numerous agreements that that was not going to be what's going to happen going forward. They've done so. So therefore, the justices now believe they can make whatever illegal at whim, right? They can wake up tomorrow and just make it illegal. That means that we need to write legislation that effectively says everything in Los Santos County. Okay, did you see the legislation that Michael posted up by any chance?
Skydiving?
I think it's that one. No, there's another one he put up. One sec.
I'll have to bring it up.
Yeah, I'm taking a look too. It's in the legislation tab. It's called Right to Property Act.
On the MDT or the government website? That's my question.
On our email? Yeah, it's on our email. It's a proposed one. Do 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 do.
Hi. Okay. Internet's slow today on Okay. I'm looking at it.
So the problem we're now having, if I'm not gonna hold back. These guys are acting fucking dumb as shit, and they're now obfuscating the penal code and referencing it as legislation, right? Where inherently it is, but the nomenclature for legislation has, how do I put this? Because they're now sort of convoluting the word legislation to now also mean the penal code, and because they are sort of at will making alterations to the penal code with any form of review by any party, they have now created a system in which the few, whom themselves are ignorant by evidenced by this contraband law where they don't even know what things are and are not legally obtained. They have completely removed the ability for civilians and other legislative bodies to have any kind of review process. Go ahead.
They have circumvented the constitutionally backed legislative process.
Yes. So the first thing I want to do is, in this county, legalize the possession of everything. Now, you'll see the simplified document that Michael wrote already, where it says you have the right to have everything, unless you can prove that it was used in the commission of a crime. The problem is that because they've now started to bastardize terminology, if you look at the line that reads, all possessions, including monetary possession and cryptocurrency, shall be presumed legal unless explicitly restricted through legislation recognized by the County of Los Santos. That can now be read and interpreted to include the penal code, which would be like state legislation. So how the fuck do we exclude? What would, in your opinion, what would be the best way to write, with the except, how would you write that? Hey, legislation not including what is solely in the penal code, perhaps? I don't know. It creates a conundrum, because even if I solve that, we're effectively, because of this fucking dumb shit, we're going to be literally legalizing everything, including, possibly, fucking explosives.
Any possession not scheduled as an illegal
I want you to
yeah.
cook on this a little bit and see if there's a better way that we can present this. But this is, we're having to bandage something that's going to end up looking like dog shit. Is my concern.
Right. I have an idea how to go about this, and obviously we don't want all narcotics to be legal. That's not what we're talking about. And firearms, etc. Those are, inherently illegal things.
I'm concerned with even saying carte blanche narcotics are illegal. You know what I mean? Because we're now entering into a phase where we're repeating the third cycle where the DOJ is finding another loophole to do their dumb shit. And so if we were to even say narcotics, who's to say that they don't just put up fucking, it's illegal for salvia to be consumed, right? Without Sama having any say in the matter. You know what I mean? Or cigarettes.
Yes. Well, we had this whole thing, a schedule of drugs. I mean, the drug schedule was created for this reason. It had to get investigated, and then all of a sudden that other drug became illegal as they scheduled them, right? So no one's going to schedule nicotine or caffeine, but we can use words unprescribed.
They illegalized laptops and jump boots and wingsuits.
Yeah, but
so we're dealing with some fucking idiots, right? So we're now at that stage where we can't assume, because despite all the fucking promises they gave, they tried to pull some slimy shit and just started crying right afterwards when they got called out. So I'm not playing. I'm not playing nice anymore. You know what I mean?
Okay. So my general idea, as I'm going to go into this and think more on it, is creating a schedule similar to the narcotic schedule, but and I don't like the word contraband, because I kept looking up the definition of contraband and all these things, and it typically applies to illegal imports and exports. That's when the word contraband is typically used. But something like a schedule of outlawed items, and then on that schedule would be firearms, and that's it. What else would be?
I think
firearms, explosives.
Abilene, wait, pause. I want you to look at the document the way that it's written. I want the document to be very simple, kind of what Michael's got here. But I think we only need to change this a little bit. Like, I think we should just say everything is legal. I just need a way to say everything is legal unless there is fully written out state or county legislation. I just don't know how to write it in a way that can communicate it does not include the penal code, right?
All right, I got you.
Yeah, I think that's all that we kind of need right now. And now this might end up opening the door for other things becoming illegal, but what the fuck are we going to do about that? You know what I mean? That's I don't know. I want you to look over the document, cook on it a little bit. I'm going to do the same.
Well, the thing about other things becoming illegal is set this up and then it's a barrier of examination before something becomes illegal, because what they wrote, they cooked up in like a bathroom. They just came up with like jump. We don't like that jump boots, blah blah blah. Those are illegal. Right?
They're acting as a wing of the law enforcement, which is fucking retarded. Like there's no other way to fucking chop it up, right? None of this stuff was presented in a courtroom. Someone just allegedly told them some shit and they made it illegal, which is insane.
All right, I'm gonna go sit in the office upstairs.
Okay, easy.
On this document. Okay.
All right, I appreciate it, Abilene. All right.
Always. Bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye. I think that's what we're gonna push for too. I'm gonna talk to Mumbles about it today. I think and this is a lot of work I don't want to do. I'm gonna be honest. I think manufacturing guns and killing might be a little bit more soothing. I think like I said, the frustrating thing about this is it puts so much fucking work on the back of everybody else because of this fuckery.